We're going to show how to put the ferrules in the holes on the spokes. We've already done the ferrules in the wheel that we had completed, but the mistake we made, which isn't a huge deal, is that we didn't put the ferrules in until we'd already made the wheel. And when you're checking to be sure that the ferrules are level on the bottom, you can lift this out of place, which is kind of a pain in the bahootie. So we recommend you put the ferrules in place before you put the spokes together. So sometimes we get ferrules that are a little bit narrow at the bottom, and sometimes we get ferrules that are not narrow at the bottom, and it's very difficult to find the narrower ones. Those you can push in with your finger. You put it in and you just push it down. My fingers really aren't strong enough, but my husband, he can just push it with his fingers and push it in, and it goes in, and my fingers just aren't strong enough. So I just...
So you what?
Tap it with a hammer. Or just use my pliers. I mean, that's just me. I don't have the kind of strength that you have in your fingers.
Well,
So I take my needle nose
and
pliers.
I'm not all that strong, but it's all right. You just hold. I would hold them with pliers quite often too.
Yeah.
Until they get them lined up and in there.
That just went in super easy.
Done.
Yeah. So, but sometimes you get some ferrules that are a little bit tighter because they're a little bit broader at the base.
Well, you know, those are actually designed to go into poly tubing, which is that clear plastic tubing.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're a little off in size, one from another, it doesn't have any effect on the tube, whether it fits in the tubing or not. But
And then, see, the reason you want to do it when they're loose is because you can pick it up really easily and turn it over and check to see that it's flush. And when it's connected like that, it's a lot more difficult. One thing I've found also that's kind of handy is that you know when you are flush, when you're using these small needle nose pliers, the width of the pliers is about exactly how the width of the wood. So you're starting up high like this. By the time the pliers are touching the wood, you're pretty much flush.
jackhammer. We'll call you Jack.
See? There we go.
Yep.
And sometimes if it gets a little bit out of alignment, you just tap it. Tap it a little bit, get it in, make sure you're getting in alignment as you're coming down with the ferrule. You don't want it crooked. And then also you want to be careful to keep the needle nose pliers flush up against the head so that the head doesn't get bent out of shape. Keeps the head intact.
You're supposed to smile when you do that. You're not smiling.
There we go.
All right.
Now we can put that together. So